I'm Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group, and welcome to our video blog. We're going to do a market update today, and I'm happy to share with you a spotlight on Tenafly. So the way we look at our numbers is we take 12 months and we compare it against the previous 12 months. This allows us to not miss a month, and it allows us also to capture more data. Let's look at solds. In Tenafly, this 12 months over the previous 12 months, we're showing a decrease in homes sold. 28% homes sold this year over last. So that's basically the difference between about 198 to 141. The next piece of information that's really relevant to look at when we're talking about market data is going to be how many homes are actually under contract. You might know this as pending. So that just means that a home went on the market and had an accepted bid, and now it's under contract. So the under contract number is important because it gives us an indicator of what's happening or going to happen. That under contract number is also down, and basically from year over year, that under contract number is down about 28%. So not only do you have listings up, you have contracts down, and you have number of solds down. The last piece of data we look at is probably the most telling piece of data. It's called months of supply, or absorption rate, or supply and demand. You don't have to be in the real estate market to know that supply and demand is a big indicator of what's happening in a market, but more importantly, what's going to happen in a market. And when we look at our supply and demand in Tenafly, we're seeing a jump from 6.4 months of supply last year to 12.3 months of supply this year at the end of April. When we talk about how many months of supply we have on the market, we're really referring to, is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? We like to think of 7 months of inventory as a neutral market. When we go below that 7-month mark, that really means that we have more demand than we have inventory, and that's good for the sellers. When we go above that 7-month mark, well, then we have more inventory than we have demand, and that's typically good for the buyer. The other data point we want to look at is the combination of withdrawals and expireds. It's important to look at the combination of withdrawals and expireds because it tells us that there are more homes that are not selling, therefore they're expiring, or more homeowners that are not getting what they want or need to sell, therefore they're withdrawing their homes. This number year over year is up about 13%. So maybe you're asking, how does this affect you? Basically, what I tell all of my sellers is that if we're in a shifting market, that does not mean there aren't any buyers. There are a lot of buyers. We live in a great town. Tenafly is a fabulous place to live. We talk about a shifting market in this way. The buyers know first, the agents know second, and the sellers know third. If you want to be a smart seller, price ahead of the market. Why is now a good time to sell if the market is coming down and there are more homes than there are buyers? So I really don't think that there are actually more homes than there are buyers. I think that there are a lot of buyers that want to buy. Your buyers are just going to be very nervous about buying in a market that they think is coming down. Wouldn't you be? So how to succeed in a market that is shifting? If you're a seller, pay attention to the list price. Make it compelling. Worry less about how much room you have to negotiate. Worry more about putting your house out there at a number that is going to compel the buyers to come in and make a bid. All right, sellers, I'm talking to you now. You need to win the beauty contest and the pricing contest, which means be cognizant of the condition your house is in. Do a pre-inspection, clean out your house, get it staged, and then make sure you put your house up at a compelling price. Make sure you're objectively looking at the other homes around you and that your house is the best house for the real buyers that are out there and want to live in Tenafly.